Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Bethany.
And I'm Ken.
And we are diving back into season 4 of Korra with episode 2, Korra Alone. So right into the super happy fun times.
Yep. Okay. Bucky's got his little blanket.
Yes, because sometimes this gets scary.
Okay. Ready to do this?
Ready.
Queuing up with some Patreon. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Everyone thought she was still recuperating, but 6 months ago, Korra left home and hasn't been seen since.
She doesn't have Naga with her.
Poor Naga.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
You again.
You again?
Leave me alone!
What's wrong with her?
Young lady, are you all right?
No.
Can I take you to a doctor?
Probably a therapist.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I can't wait for you to leave.
How else is she supposed to take that but the wrong way?
I'm gonna write you so many letters, and just to get the ball rolling, here, Pablo and I already miss you.
The airbenders and I have everything under control.
Bye, Korra!
That's beautiful.
You're not sleeping, you're barely eating. We don't want to push you, but it's been 3 weeks. Will you please go see Katara?
All right, I'll go.
3 weeks is a long time, but it's also not that long. Especially after what she's gone through.
Yeah, but if your kid's not eating or sleeping...
Yeah.
Poison did a lot of internal damage. I could help guide your healing process, but whether you get better or not is up to you. If you dedicate yourself to getting better, you'll recover.
That's what I want.
Then try something for me. Concentrate on your big toe.
Okay.
Breathe.
I mean, that is what they do, like in your head, right? You just gotta focus on one thing and try to move that, and then go from there.
Did you see that? It worked!
The mind can be a powerful ally or your greatest enemy. I want you to try taking a step.
You can do it, Korra.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done for today.
Dear Korra, I miss you. I just got a big contract to help redesign the city's infrastructure, so I'll be keeping pretty busy for a while.
So, I'm not very good at writing letters. It's 2:15 in the afternoon. Chance of snow showers later today. Enough joking around.
Okay. Glad they knew that was a joke.
My dearest Avatar Korra.
Bolin.
I know, everyone's moving on and doing fun stuff, and you're rehabbing. It sucks, but I mean, we know you can because we saw you healed up.
Well, Katara helps heal her body, but
Not our mind. Yeah.
I know you're frustrated, but
Of course I'm frustrated! My friends have been off helping the world while I'm stuck with you, and you can't even heal me!
You done?
That came out wrong.
let your anger and frustration flow like water.
I'm so tired.
You're not the first Avatar who's had to overcome great suffering. Can you imagine how much pain Aang felt when he learned that his entire culture was taken from him? But he never let it destroy his spirit. He chose to find meaning in his suffering and eventually found peace.
And what am I going to find if I get through this?
I don't know, but won't it be interesting to find out? Close your eyes. Visualize yourself walking over to Naga. Take that first step.
It all starts just that first step. Give her a hug, Naga.
Good job, Naga.
Yeah. Korra's the one doing all the work. Good job, Naga.
Naga was emotionally invested in being the motivator.
Oh.
Where'd you come from, little cutie?
He's the bait. Ooh. It's our darker Avatar spirit.
Fierce little protector.
How'd you do that?
I said, I don't believe in you.
You want me to follow you?
I'm a cute puppy. Why would you not want to follow me?
All right, let's see what I find. It's so good to see you.
How have you been, Korra? You look great.
I feel great. Come on, I want to show you how much better I'm doing.
Well, this is good.
Yeah. She's got high spirits.
So what happened?
I don't know.
Attack! I can take it!
This is what happens. When they start attacking, she's... Oh, okay. Or not. Thought she was going to get rocked. Oh, there it is. That fear.
I thought I was ready.
Being the Avatar can wait.
This is part of the recovery. You're doing fine.
Yeah.
The situation has been stabilizing since Kuvira took charge.
But that should be me out there fixing things, not her.
I just think you need to...
If you say be patient, I swear I am gonna water smack you in the mouth.
You need to not worry about the future.
Not be impatient?
I mean, you're right, Tenzin, but
I keep having visions of Zahir and what happened that day. So I've been meditating a lot, but sometimes I worry I'll never fully recover. I know I'm not 100% yet. I need to be where the action is.
I'll have the White Lotus prepare a boat, and they can take you back to Republic City as soon as you're ready.
No, I want to go alone.
Because I'm not going to Republic City. Yeah, I know, Naga. Cool.
so were those like dolphin fish?
Yeah.
2 lobster crabs, please.
You're the Avatar, ain't you?
Yep, that's me.
I can't believe it! Mind if I take a picture for my wall of avatars? But if I could have met any avatar, I'd have to pick Kiyoshi. A shark squid with one hand?
Yeah, she's pretty badass.
Thieves! Get back here!
Oh, don't worry, the avatar's right here. What are you waiting for?
I mean, this does feel like exactly what you might need.
You sure she's the Avatar?
Yeah, I can see why you had to go in disguise. Your Avatar state is pissed at you.
Man, she did get all the way there, basically, though.
The spirit realm looks weird.
I don't remember the flying whale last time.
Yeah, it's like different animation too. It's like, what's going on here?
And it was very pink.
Everyone, come here! It's the Avatar!
You sure? I don't sense any Rava energy around her. And doesn't the Avatar have ponytails?
Do you mind? I'm trying to concentrate here. And yes, I am the Avatar. I'm just wearing different clothes and I cut my hair.
I told you guys it was her! How come you've been away so long?
I was hurt pretty bad a while ago and lost touch with my Avatar spirit. I came to the Tree of Time hoping to reconnect with Rava, but it's not working.
Maybe we can help you get better.
For years, people have been saying they can help me get better.
Gotta help yourself get better.
I need to figure this out on my own. I arrived in Republic City a couple weeks ago and couldn't be happier. It's great to see my friends again. I miss you both very much. Please give Naga a big hug for me.
Couldn't have gone a different direction? Why do you gotta walk through the desert?
Ooh,
Oh, again. Oh.
you're having a mirage? Yeah, it's a mirage.
I am ending this.
Kicking my evil Avatar ass. Leading you to where you need to go to find her. Come down here and fight.
Oof.
And that brings us to this point. Okay, now we're all caught up. To Korra chasing a puppy.
That's all anyone needs when they don't feel well. It's a puppy.
Prancing along.
Aw, I thought that one reminded me of a puppy in the spirit world.
You should have told me who you were.
Would you have followed me?
What am I gonna find in the swamp?
Not a what, a who.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's just taking us back to like the swamp and Avatar. We're gonna get swamp people and
You're not real.
feels real. Oof.
Man, you are kicking your own ass.
Yeah, you can't keep running from yourself, from your past. Gotta face it head on. Get over here.
Face your fear, Korra.
I guess you're going into the liquid metal poison.
Feeling better? I found you passed out in the mud.
How'd you know I was out there? A spirit led me here and told me I was supposed to find someone.
Beats me. But if your Avatar senses called you here, you should probably listen to them.
You recognize me?
We were good friends in your previous life.
Toph!
No way.
Toph?
Yes!
Nice to see you again, Twinkle Toes.
Yeah!
Oh, that just made me so happy.
Oh, yes.
You called it. You said Toph was gonna come back.
Well, they said that, they hadn't seen her or whatever, But it was great because they mentioned that, and you expect her it's Toph to come back in book 3, and she doesn't. And so, like, I kind of, you forget about it. Like, I mean, I mentioned at the end of season 3, whatever, that I was still looking forward for Toph, but like, they waited like just long enough to bring it into season 4, and I did not expect her to be there. And I'm so happy that she was.
Yeah, I honestly, like, you called it that we were going to see her. I have to admit, because they didn't come in season 3, they did a good job making me start to doubt that possibility and think, maybe they'll just talk about her. Maybe she'll like be a passing mention, or I don't know, maybe we'll get a letter, but we might not actually see her again. So this was amazing. And I'm now, with the little bit of history that we know of Toph and her daughters, I'm now so curious as to like how she wound up here and why she's chosen to stay. Like what's been going on with Toph the last few years? Yeah,
that's a great question. Man, like it's gonna be so much fun seeing Toph and Korra interact.
Yes.
And seeing someone that's like, why me? And like tough love. It's like Toph. She was blind, and she never let that get her down, and she would make blind jokes all the time. And she never was just like pitying herself and saying, why me? Why did this happen to me? Well, it was, she made the best of the situation. She like, I don't know, use it as a strength too. And yeah, so I think that's just what Korra needs, is someone kick her ass and twinkle toes. Oh, I love that nickname too.
And I love like the whole like, oh, you recognize me, in a manner of speaking. The like, are you who I was supposed to meet? I was pretty alert to the comings and goings around here. Like all the little clues of it being Toph, but it wasn't, I mean, as it was happening, did not in a million years think it was going to be her that was going to turn around.
Yeah. I mentioned it last episode, but I do really like the way they handled Korra's like rehabilitation in this. Yeah. Didn't make it like super long drawn out, but like they didn't like gloss over it. Like, oh, by the way, like she got healed up and now she's here. And like, this is just the reality. It's like, okay, now we'll take like a quick recap of like just some events that like led her to here. And like, yes, it was a tough journey, and why she is like sort of hiding from people and not wanting to show who the Avatar, that she's the Avatar. Like, there are things that we could have like pieced together and like made educated guesses on. But as I said, they still gave it to us, and we got a puppy out of it.
Yeah. It was so funny because when I don't know what we call it. To me, it like looked sort of like a rabbit potato spirit in the spirit realm. But like the minute,
like a Pokemon.
I was thinking of it like a Pikachu too.
Yeah.
But then like as it climbed into her lap, I was like, oh, it's just like a puppy. Like puppies want to make you feel better. When you're sad, like they'll crawl right into your lap and try and cheer you up. So then I was really pleased when it wound up being the puppy. I was like, yes, see, I knew it was a puppy.
My favorite was when Korra is going through the rehab and finally like is able to walk from one end to the other, and you're like, good job, Naga.
Look, it's been really tough on Naga to watch her suffer, okay? And Naga was emotionally invested in being her motivator, and like Naga stuck that.
Yeah.
Stuck that landing.
Way to sit there and wait for Korra to walk over to you, Naga.
Yes, exactly. Not run to her and help her, but like just let her come to you.
It's true. Yeah. It might probably have to take some restraint to not go over there and like,
I think it does for Naga. I think it's really tough for Naga right now.
I agree. That actually was not sarcasm. I was actually being genuine.
I do really like seeing the different ways that Asami and Mako and Bolin did their letters. And Bolin's trying to be all, I don't know, like an old school. It makes me think of like 2 centuries ago in the way that they wrote letters. Very obviously theatrical and with a flair for the dramatic. Exactly what we expect from Bolin. And then you have Asami, who's very eloquent and well-spoken, so her communication comes across that way, and it's warm, but it's also I think like mature and very thoughtful, which is exactly like Asami. And then you have Mako, who's like, how do you write a letter? Like, I don't know, the weather is nice.
Here's the time today. Like it's one thing to say like we're having great weather here today. Like that's just like, I don't know, cliche or whatever about a bad conversation, like talk about the weather. But like I love how he started with the time. It's 2:15 p.m.
Yes.
Weather outside 75 degrees, a little bit of wind chill. Like, yeah, it was. But then I'm glad that he came around and said that it was a joke. First, I'm just like, I didn't know. I'm like, Mako, oh God, you were terrible at this.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was a joke either. I assumed that he was genuine and that for whatever reason, this is truly how bad Mako is at written communication.
Yep.
And he struggled with verbal communication in his dating life. So like, you can see there's a common thread there that they could have played with, but it's much better to make it a joke. And, he's a detective now. He can handle this.
Yeah, exactly. Back on the beat.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be, well, wait
No, this is before.
This is before.
He ends up being the guy's bodyguard or whatever.
I got really excited for him for a second that he got his job back, but.
No.
Nope, too bad.
Yeah. But it's also what I found interesting. Like, I thought like Korra was just gonna be like in the underground fighting circuit for like a while, but like she was just there for one fight, which I found interesting. That like, I mean, so really she hasn't been in this town for like that long. Like, you know, she like a lot of her journey was just traveling to get to this place.
Which makes sense, because I imagine she can't keep up the pretense of being in Republic City for very long, having left the Southern Waters, because everyone in the Southern Waters is very connected to Republic City, in part because of Korra, but also family bonds and whatnot. So at some point, somebody's going to connect with someone and say, like, how's Korra doing? What do you mean, how's she doing? She's not here. Like,
and so she only, that happen.
Yeah, she only has so much time. I'm kind of surprised that didn't happen until they went to visit her.
True.
But... you know, she can only keep this up for so long. It did feel like she'd been doing this for a while, and part of me kind of liked that because, I don't know, it shows how extensive the struggle is for her. At the same time, they're doing a really good job with the struggle is mental and not physical now, so that in many ways I think can be tougher.
Yeah, because it seemed like she left, like, it seems like she's been doing this traveling for like a year, right? Because like, it's been 3 years since Zahir was captured.
She was at least 2 in the Southern.
She was 2 years in the Southern Tribes. She's like, oh, sorry, like I haven't written, it's been like 2 years. So like maybe a little bit less than a year, but like, you're right. And it's interesting that they didn't realize it before, because I don't know, I guess it depends on how often they're writing letters. Because I would have thought like, oh yeah, if they keep sending letters to Korra at the Southern Water Tribe, like wouldn't they be like, why are they sending her letters when she's there? Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not like this whole thing's unbelievable, huge plot hole. Like
Flying Bison, believable. The letter writing timeline. Yeah. That's where we got the line.
I need to figure that out to let us know if I think this is bullshit or not. No, but I was just like, you know, I was just saying that like, oh yeah, you bring up a good point that like, you know, it is surprising that they didn't know until then. We're not saying that like that's bad writing. We're just saying that it's bad parenting. And that
oh God. Well, I was also just thinking like, oh, I mean, if things are going well, like, I don't know, I feel like Tenzin might write to her parents or vice versa about, you know, like, hey, we're hearing from Korra, she's doing great, how are things going? Like, I don't know, there's just usually, I think there's a degree of when somebody's been through trauma, and if they're with
looking after them,
relatives or friends of yours, that you also like, kind of touch base with them as well, just to make sure things are good.
True.
Or maybe I would just be a really distrusting parent.
No. You wouldn't be a helicopter mom.
Oh, I'm a helicopter mom to dogs.
Yeah.
That's why we stop at dogs.
Thanks so much for supporting the channel and watching our reaction for Legend of Korra. If you want early ad-free access for this, check out Patreon. We also have our full reactions there. You can get early access here on YouTube too by joining our little membership, little join button down below.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching The Legend of Korra with us, but you keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.